Good morning class. Welcome to the online classes for physics of class 12th. In this class we have started the new chapter, that is electromagnetic waves, in which we have seen that the waves which does not need any medium to travel, which can travel throughout the space, since in the space the vacuum is there, so in that also it can travel. That means does not need any medium to travel like a mechanical wave. So it is what the electromagnetic wave means. They are formed only with the help of the electric and the magnetic field as per the name. So electric and the magnetic field both are responsible for the production of each other, because we have seen that a moving charge or a changing electric field can produce a magnetic field. In this we will see that thing only, that a changing charge or a changing electric field can produce a magnetic field. Similar to that, if a moving charge produces a magnetic field, to that we have seen that a moving magnetic field, what that moving magnetic field consider, that the moving charges will produce a magnetic field. Similarly, in a moving magnetic field the flux should be changed, and that flux will produce or induce an EMF. So the changing magnetic flux will induce EMF. Similarly, a moving charge will produce electric field. So both of them are responsible for the production of each other. This is what a electromagnetic waves production is. Okay, so what we have seen, that they always travel to each other in a perpendicular direction. That means both the waves produced by the electric and the magnetic fields are mutually perpendicular to each other. That is, they will travel with a phase shift of 90 degrees. So phase shift will be given to you as theta, which is can be given as omega t also, if you talk about a mathematical relation, because omega is equals to theta upon t, that is angular velocity, equals to angular displacement upon time. So theta will be given as omega t. So you will see that in a wave structure, the angular displacement or the angular velocity, where the theta will be given as u for the phase shift, that is phi. Somewhere phi will be given for phase shift, somewhere theta will be given for u as a phase shift. Okay. So phase shift means at what angle they are traveling to each other. Like if they are traveling with a 90 degree, then it is given as a 90 degree phase shift. If they are traveling with 180 degree, then both the direction will be different to each other. In this wave you can see they are of 90 degrees, so they are mutually perpendicular to each other. That means the phase shift between these two waves is given as a 90 degree. Okay. So after that we have some electromagnetic spectrum. So spectrum means what? That is the frequencies of different frequencies of waves and the different ranges of the wavelength. These together, when we see that band, that band is considered as a spectrum. So different frequencies will be said as a spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum has a different wide range of the waves which are of different frequencies and different wavelengths. So the wavelength will be starting from that of the highest to that of the lowest wavelength, or the frequency from the lowest to the highest frequency. This together was considered as a electromagnetic spectrum. So spectrum, here you can see different waves, which starting from the radio waves, then microwaves, then infrared rays, then ultraviolet rays, then the visible range, then the X-rays and the gamma rays, right? So visible range means what? The light which are visible to us, which we can see. This visible range will be ranging from that, the wavelength will be from 400 nanometer to that of a 700 nanometer. If you talk about Armstrong, that will be 4000 Armstrong to 7000 Armstrong. So the lowest frequency, if you talk about, then it will be of a gamma rays, and if the highest frequency, that will be of the radio waves. That is, the highest wavelength will be of the radio waves, and the highest frequency will be of the gamma rays. If lowest wavelength we talk about, then it will be of gamma rays, but highest frequency will be of the gamma rays. Okay. So chart of wavelength and frequency, if you see of it, then the highest wavelength will have the lowest frequency, because wavelength and frequency are inversely proportional to each other. That is, lambda will be inversely proportional to nu. Okay. So highest wavelength or the highest frequency, if you want to see, then the highest frequency will be of the gamma rays, that is the shortest wavelength. If you talk about the highest frequency, then it will be of the radio waves, but the lowest wavelength. So here you can see the different type of ranges, that the highest frequency will be of the radio waves and will be lowest frequency of the gamma rays, and the highest wavelength will be of gamma rays and lowest wavelength will be of radio waves. So here we are talking about a current, but here just see it, because in the next class we will be again seeing all about the electric field and the Maxwell's equation. But now we will see what the nature of the electromagnetic waves which are given from the Maxwell. So what the Maxwell used to tell, that the moving electric field or a moving charges will produce an magnetic field. Through that current, which is displacement current, it will be considered as, because a moving electric field will be said as a displacement current. This displacement current will be responsible for the production of the magnetic field. So both of this will be traveling with mutual perpendicular direction, in which it is given as a 90-degree phase shift. So what we can write as that the electric field's direction will be given as E0 sine omega t, is always given for what, that is for a sine wave which is traveling with this top displacement at the lowest displacement, which is given for the sine wave. In sine wave, what we can say, it is given as a E0 sine omega t, in which we have seen in the alternating current also, and for magnetic field it will be 0 sine omega t. This omega t, one phase shift will also come, which is given as kz, but that can be given as phi also. So theta will be changed into omega t. For phase shift it will be given as k. K we can know that can be said as 2 pi upon lambda, that is 2 pi nu. Omega upon 2 pi t was given as 2 pi by omega was given as t. For that, if it is omega, then it will become 2 pi by lambda. Okay. Omega was given as 2 pi by t, which is 2 pi nu, and nu is given as 1 by lambda, so it will be 2 pi by lambda. And omega, we know that it is an angular frequency. If we talk about the speed of the propagation of electromagnetic waves, that is c. C will be 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, similar to that of visible light. So with together, if we talk about, then c will be equals to omega upon k, and k we already have seen that omega, I think k, which was given you for the permittivity, right? Permittivity of a free space and permeability of a free space. Permittivity you may have seen in the electric field, and for permeability you may have seen in the magnetic field chapter, that is under root mu naught and epsilon naught. This was the relation between these both permittivity and the permeability. So on putting these values, what we will get, that c is equals to nu lambda, and for b naught, that is amplitude of the magnetic field, will be given as the amplitude of the electric field upon the speed of the light. This is what the relation what we can see from the Maxwell's equation. But in the next class we will be seeing what the Maxwell's equation was and what was the displacement current. Okay. So if we talk about the properties of the electromagnetic field, we know that they does not need any medium to travel. Waves are produced by only the accelerated charges, because the moving charge will produce an electric field, then only the magnetic field can be induced. They does not require a medium propagation. We also see the electric and the magnetic field vectors are always right angle. They propagate with a right angle, or they are perpendicular to each other. They will be forming a sine wave, that means they are transverse in nature. They can be diffracted, they can be refracted, and can be polarized also. So they always travel with a vacuum or a free space, and that too will be with a speed of 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and this c is given as 1 by mu naught epsilon naught, that is permittivity and the permeability relation. Since the energy associated with electric field and the electric density associated with magnetic field, there is no zero. We can say the non-zero association is there between the electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves always possess energy as well as the momentum with them. So that is given as a radiation pressure. Electromagnetics are not deflected by the electric and the magnetic field, that cannot deflected by, means they will induce each other, but they will be not get deflected by the electric and the magnetic fields. Here you can see the spectrum also, that is electromagnetic spectrum. Here it is given the highest frequency for that of the gamma rays and the lowest wavelength, and if you talk about the highest wavelength, that will be of the radio waves, that is the lowest frequency. So the frequency and that will be inversely proportional to each other. In between that one, you can say that the wavelength of the visible light range also come, that is from the 400 nanometer to that of 700. So this is what the wavelength of the increasing wavelengths or the decreasing wavelengths will be given here with the direction. Okay. So now you can see what the radio waves and the frequencies was. That is, the radio waves will be having the frequency that is from 500 kilohertz to that of 1000 megahertz. This is the highest frequency you can say in the wavelength. So radio wave will have the highest frequency. They are used in the radio and the television communication waves, because radio waves will have the various like amplitude radiation waves or come, television FM radios are also come, short radio waves are also there. So different radio waves of different frequencies, and TV wave ranges are from the 54 megahertz to that of 890 megahertz. If you talk about the shortest wavelength, that will be amplitude modulated waves, because amplification of the waves are required for that, we can say that. Cellular radio waves to transmit the voice communications, that will be having the highest frequencies. So these are the we can say the different uses also of the radio waves and different. These are the properties and the nature. If you talk about microwaves, and microwaves are the short wavelength radio waves, because after that with radio waves the microwaves used to come. Due to their short wavelengths, they are suitable for the radar system, because this microwaves will be produced and will be helpful in the radar. In radar, radio waves and microwaves both are used, but this is a short wavelength of the radio waves which are considered as a microwaves. It is used to cook the food, because we know that the microwave ovens are used in which the microwaves are produced. So there will be a oscillating electric field, and in which the water molecules in the food will get excited, due to which the water molecules are broken and the food will be get cooked or get heated. Okay. Now if you talk about the infrared rays, they are the hot body and the molecules, because here it is a heat waves, we can say, because they are produced by our hot bodies and the molecules. These are adjacent to that of the lowest frequencies and that of the longest wavelength of the visible spectrum, because they are almost equal to that of the range, because the highest wavelength will be having equal to that of, similar to that of the infrared rays itself. So infrared lamps are also coming, so they will be somewhat visible but not in the range of the visible. So infrared also plays an important role in maintaining the earth's warmth, you can say greenhouse effects and all. And the electronic devices are nowadays can be used as means they are also emitting infrared rays, like semiconductor light emitting diodes, we can say as LEDs. So in LEDs, electronic devices, we can say the infrared LEDs are coming. So in that also they are used. Remote switches of the household electronic switches, we can say that the small bulbs are there in the top of the remotes, you can say. There also the infrared cameras are there, infrared recorders are there, in the video recorders are also with infrared rays are used. So visible light rays, the spectrum or the frequency range which are visible to the human eyes, that is from the 4000 Armstrong to that of the 7000 Armstrong, or if you talk about the nanometer, then that will be wavelength will be 400 nanometer to that of 700 nanometer. If you talk about frequency, that will be from the 4 into 10 to the power 14 hertz to that of 7 into 10 to the power 14 hertz, because the wavelength can or an Armstrong can be changed into 10 to the power 14. Visible light rays can be emitted, can be reflected from the object, but if you talk electromagnetics total, then it can be deflected, it can be refracted also. So these are always produced by incandescent bodies, that is through which we can see the light rays, like bulbs or the incandescent bulb, mercury lamps used to come, sodium lamps are also there, through which this light rays can be provided. If you talk about ultraviolet rays, these are produced by special lamps and very heat bodies. If you talk about the source, important source of the ultraviolet light rays, then it will be sun, because it is the main source of the light rays. If you talk about the applications, it are used in the purification of the water also. They can be used in the welders for the glass goggles. Special glass goggles are there which can be used by the welders. Welding wires, the eyes can be protected from this light rays, which that working of the electric field. Due to shorter wavelengths, they are used in the laser beams also. UV lamps are also there to kill the germs in the water, because in water purification this UV lamps are used, that is the rays used by the ultraviolet can be used in the water purification. If you talk about X-rays, they light beyond the UV region, there will be the X-rays. They will have the wavelength will be shorter, but the frequency will be higher. There will be treatment of the cancer patients, it can be used. It is used to destroy the living tissues. We also used to penetrate this high energy electrons through our metal targets, and then they will be passing through our body, then they easily penetrate and will be showing the different problems in our bones, muscles, we can see through this X-rays. Not the muscles, but the bones we used to see. And if you talk about the gamma rays, and the highest frequency but the lowest wavelength of the gamma rays, they are used in the medicine to destroy the cancer cells. So this is what the properties and the uses of the different ultraviolet rays and the different electromagnetic waves. In the next class, we will be seeing about the displacement current and its Maxwell's equation. So this will be more useful for you in the topic of the chapter. Okay. So thank you, class.